In this video for section 3.1, we're going to start by talking about quartiles. Quartiles are special cases of percentiles, and when we have a percentile, it's telling us the percent below a value. So the first quartile, or Q1, is the 25th percentile. That means it's the value that is greater than 25% of the data set. 75% of the data set is above Q1. Q2 is also known as the median. It's the second quartile, and it's the 50th percentile. So 50% of the data is below Q2, and 50% is above Q2. And the third quartile, or Q3, is the 75th percentile. So that value is greater than 75% of the data set. Now we have what's called a box and whisker plot, or usually we just say a box plot. And it displays what's called the 5-number summary of a data set. The 5-number summary includes the minimum value, which is the smallest value, the first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the maximum. A box and whisker plot can also show outliers. Outliers are values that are either much larger or much smaller than the rest of the data. Outliers are marked in a box plot with circles or asterisks, as you can see in the picture. The central box shows the middle 50% of the data, so it goes from Q1 over to Q3. And the median is marked with a vertical line somewhere in that box. The whiskers extend from Q3 to the largest non-outlier value in the data set. If there are no outliers, then it would extend to the maximum value. And then we have another whisker that goes from Q1 down to the smallest non-outlier value, or the minimum if there are no outliers. We can have a box plot that is horizontal or vertical. In this box plot, the lower limit of 226 is the minimum value, and the upper limit of 290 is the largest value that is not an outlier. We can see that we have some outliers, one around 300, 325, and 345. And our median value looks like it's about 260. It looks like Q1 is about 250 and Q3 is about 265. One thing that we can tell from a box plot is whether the data is symmetric or skewed. If the median is about in the middle of the box and the whiskers are about the same length, then the data set is symmetric. If the median is close to one side of the box and one of the whiskers is much longer than the other, then the distribution is skewed.